That was pretty cool, huh? I get the feeling, Jason, all these musicians are going to remember this fondly because to walk out on this stage and say, look at...
Right? This is a little bit better than a concert hall, I would say.
This is the most intimate, and I go to a lot of concerts.
Would you like an interesting fact?
I love interesting facts.
Okay, so there are more lights hung on this ceiling than have ever been hung on any ceiling in Las Vegas ever.
In Las Vegas? That's amazing, because this is the city of lights. All due respect to Paris, but this is the city of lights.
No, so that's a very serious thing. In terms of production value, there has never been anything done like this, ever.
We're all happy to be able to participate in it. Did I ask you, I talked to you a little bit before our interview about your favorite moment. You said the people. What was that like to be able to have those exchanges with the folks that obviously prioritize Gala so much that they came here, and for you to have those conversations? I know we're going to talk to Michael McCarthy. I saw him there in the tavern having moments of people, ponying up to so many parts here and having real conversations.
Right. Do you mind if I'm going to preamble a little bit? Eric loves that. When I first started working with Gala, I joined the Discord. There was a couple thousand members. It was in the middle of horrendous COVID lockdown. And everybody was just looking for a place to be, you know what I mean? Looking for a community. And I noticed a gap in what we were doing, and there wasn't enough community engagement. So I started, doing videos and doing AMAs and talking to people. And those of you who come from back in the day remember when I had no beard. It was pre-beard challenge. I looked like Earthworm Jim. It was terrible. Shaved head. So really, really awful. Bad lighting and all of that. And we connected with the community, and that grew over time. And I was employee number 8 at Gala when I joined, okay? Or maybe it was James. We go back and forth on that. But I think it was me, just so we're clear. And I was employee number 8, and we just crossed over number 170. And we've gone from being this little blockchain project that we're working hard, engineers toiling day and night to make something, into something much, much larger in the community. We have well over 100,000 members in our Discord now. We have massive social media followings and all of that. But to me, it still feels like those early days, when I sit and would have, 45-minute long conversations with Old Man Smithers about...
I saw him on one. I saw him in Spider Tanks.
Yeah. About all sorts of different things, or with Euclid and Oaks, and we would just talk about what we want this to become. And so for me to meet everybody, to connect with them, was a profoundly humbling experience, because none of this would happen if it wasn't for all of the community. None of it would. There'd be no point in doing any of this if it wasn't for the entire community that is here with us and has been with us through every step of the way, has been with us through, technological difficulties and sales that didn't go the way that we wanted them to, and innovation as we tried new ways to figure things out. And, so for me to be able to meet these people face to face was profoundly meaningful. And to be able to, see people, last night during Snoop's concert, which I don't think we've talked about yet. But,
no, we haven't. Yeah, we should.
Yeah, there we go. Snoop is up there playing California Love, and people are coming up to me in the audience to tell me how Gala has changed their lives during a Snoop concert. And it drives home that impact, and that's what's meaningful, because I'm just a member of the community like anybody else. All of us are just members of this community, of this dream, of this philosophy. And so it's very meaningful to be able to connect with everybody.
And I know, coming off a pandemic, as you point out, to make those connections,
yeah,
I think we take for granted. And
we definitely do.
Yeah. And hopefully we'll have more opportunities like this where you can all get together and have this shared space. We're gonna get to the Discord questions.
Yes, yes.
Stylo, can you all wait my pizza?
I don't know what that means, but if you want pizza, Stylo, I'm sure we can arrange that.
We can. A lot of
We
options.
can make that happen.
Did everyone was here? What was it? Everyone here for the Snoop show? Good. That stood out to you. That stood out for you.
No, I mean,
Someone saying, you changed my life, Gala.
No,
and
so
Snoop in the
somebody
background.
came up to me and they told me they had paid off their house because of Gala during a Snoop show.
Wow.
Okay, and that's huge because it's a Snoop show. I mean, come on. So that's just very profoundly meaningful to me, and it just goes to show, goes to show how much can be done when you have a good group of people all working together to achieve a good result with proper alignments of incentives. And it's going to change the world.
Yeah, and there's more examples, and I think that is going. There's no doubt it's going to expand. And you said the world, and we've seen these examples in Asia, North America, South America. It's fantastic. Another question from Discord.
Yeah.
From Terrestra. We're mistiming some of these questions. Will last expedition be playable for the general public in the near future? And you obviously have.
So, well, I can't answer that question and give a actual date answer. But what I can tell you is that the game looks, obviously you guys have seen it. And a lot of people sat in the back of the hub and played it yesterday. Or yesterday, it all blends together. You've played it. And so, yes, I imagine that in the fairly near future, we'll not put any date on anything, and I could be completely wrong. It should be playable by the general public.
There you go. He has an answer for everything. What about the rollout? We have Town Stars out there. What about the rollout for some of the games that we have seen here in the Galaverse?
Spider Tanks, I believe, is supposed to hit Q1 of next year, which is
tomorrow, basically.
Yeah, basically tomorrow, right? Although it's multiple weeks away, which is like years in blockchain time. So, Mirandus, people are going to be jumping in and playing a playable vertical slice here. Which is obviously not a full game at this point, but people are going to really, really enjoy that. I don't know if that's been opened yet, but if it hasn't, it's going to be. Maybe I just ruined everything, and McCarthy's back there yelling.
We'll get McCarthy here. We'll talk to him about it. I'm sure he could.
Yeah, he can
even it all out.
Okay. So there's a lot. Echoes of Empire. We've play tested. We've played a few alphas. Still in development, obviously, but yeah, everything's moving forward.
That Echoes of Empire production was something else, man.
It's crazy,
in there,
right?
and there was like a full-on space battle going on, and all these different kingdoms all coming in there and having. You're in there kind of just. Oh, yeah, okay, maybe I should hit the evacuation. This is from Boff. Is there a rough timescale for Gala Chain?
So what I will tell you, Boff. Boff. It's awesome, right? It's just I'm just now hitting puberty. This is amazing.
I can listen to you talk all day because it's got a nice tenor to it.
Everyone's always told me that I would one day hit puberty. It's finally happening. This is great. So is there a rough time scale for Gala Chain? What I would tell you is that there's two important facts. One, there's going to be a tremendous amount of news in the first half of next year. So that's one. Two, this is much bigger than you think it is. I'm just going to leave it there.
That's a good place to leave it.
You're
like, tell me more. You're going to have to wait. 2022 will be here before you know it.
Yes, very soon.
These questions flying in from our friends at Discord. Groove, how does
Groove?
You know Groove?
Of course I know Groove. You know how this works.
How does a new user enter into the Gala Games platform? Is this, he knows this, but he's going to ask you anyway?
I guess he does. So what I would recommend, thank you, Groove, by the way, for serving up amazing softball questions. I would recommend that any new user who would like to join, go to gala.games and click on sign up in the upper right-hand corner. Very, very straightforward.
I encourage some softball questions because you do have the gamers that have been embedded with you guys for a long time, but there's some new gamers out there, I'm sure, tuning in here on the live stream. Maybe not here in our gathered our gathered studio here. You guys have played enough.
Can I just do something really quick?
Of course.
Okay, so I just really very quickly want to thank 2 of our international communities. We have a lot of international communities. Actually, there's so many of them. But 2, mostly because I know how to say things in their language. So I would like to say Sawadee Kap to the Thai community and Annyeonghaseyo to our Korean community. You guys are all amazing. I was privileged last night to have a short AMA with the Korean community, some of the ones that traveled all the way from Korea to come and enter the Galaverse with Peter Molyneux last night. And I also have been talking to Shisa Alice Crypto in Thailand. So yeah, I look forward to engaging more with these communities in the future.
And it's a reminder, I was watching one of your YouTube videos, you were saying it was like 2.5 billion gamers worldwide. Is that inaccurate?
It's about 3 billion.
So it's about 3 billion and growing. So the numbers don't lie. Jason, I am a lot wiser to this world now thanks to you.